What's up, wave makers? That's Mommy Tsunami here, and today is our anti-MLM subreddit deep dive of the week. Again, I feel like this week is probably going to be a little disconcerting because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that is going to influence what's going on here, and trigger warning, I guess. The first post of this week is titled, "Everyone currently in an MLM. I don't condone looting," says the bitch doing pyramid schemes. Dude, like, for real though? Because wouldn't you say that an MLM kind of is its own form of looting? You're just like stealing from naive people. It's kind of messed up, but we don't need to get into that. Y'all got mad at me last time I got into political shit, so let's just move on. The only thing worse than a Norwex party is when you get invited by a deranged woman pretending to be an infant alien. What?
Hello everyone's. Mummy forgot this. She says blank is having a cleaning party June 3rd. If people goes and helped hers. No need buoys anythings. Mummy will goes and buys stuffs. Mummy says she saw base monies for these parties and can do we. You do not have to buy stuffs. Parties are fun because Mummy blanks and me starts funny talks and Facebooky live until he doesn't knows us. She thinks we are different peoples. If you wanna see us be naughty and watch the Facebooky wife cleaning parties, send blank PM to be invited. Help blank get on the choo-choo train of free stuff. Mummy thanks yous for yours times. Buys them all.
I don't even know what I'm reading right now. Like, what the fuck? As I'm filming this, like, I'm really interested to see how the text-to-speech voice I always use tries to read this shit, because oh my god, like, this is so weird. You know what this reminds me of? And I might be alone in this, but when I used to play Habbo Hotel, when I was like 13 years old, maybe 12 or something, there was like a role-playing side of it where some people would pretend to be babies and then other people would pretend to want to adopt the baby. So you would go to a room called like an adoption room or something, an adoption agency, an orphanage or whatever, and you would just be a bunch of little babies. And then every once in a while someone would come dressed up as not a baby and be like, I want to adopt one of you. But I guess the reason why this reminds me of it is because we all used to talk like this. If you were a baby, you had to type like this, you know? And I had like my own little Habbo. I think her name was like Ickle Amy or some dumb shit like that. Ickle, for some reason, was how everyone said little. It's so embarrassing to look back on, but nope, this is exactly what that reminds me of. Except now, like, why even, okay, I'm having a hard time even understanding who this is supposed to be. And it's all like, what does Baby Yoda have to do with Norwex? This whole thing is throwing me for a fucking loop, bitch, because I don't even know what any of this means. I need to move on. Ooh, a shit post. The Huns are working hard to secure their spot at the top of the list for most out of touch. I got a DM yesterday about joining an MLM. Like, please read the room. I don't give a shit about your vegan skincare. I want to dismantle the government. And I want to say so many things right now, but I won't. I'm not doing it because I don't want to piss more people off. I just don't want this to turn into a political channel, because every time I mention it, that's all that's in the comments. So, but anyway, I'll just say I agree with this person. Morning motivation. Hey, just reminding you that even if nobody likes your tweets, it's okay. We see and value you. Unless you're trying to sell essential oils, in which case, delete your account. Dude, seriously though, like, please. I think we all need to collectively, as a group of anti-MLMers, whenever we see people post about selling essential oils, and this is what I like to do when I see it, I'll go on and say like, hey, like, Young Living and DoTERRA are predatory business models, please don't support them. Here are some other companies that sell just as good of oils at way cheaper and they're not an MLM. I think we all need to be doing that because, like, I mean, you have, for example, Revive, which I've never tried their oils, but next time I have to buy an essential oil, I probably will buy from Revive because they are like strongly anti-MLM, which I think is amazing. I will be supporting them in the future. Every time we see people talking about selling essential oils on social media, I think we should link their shit. There's no difference in quality, but there certainly is a difference in price and also morality. They asked if I wanted to join their MLM. This feels like the beginning of a dark path. It starts with me saying, what's the opportunity? And then you present me with an herbal tea, natural face peel, patented knife design, or some money investing scheme. Within a week, the boss will be telling me to recruit more people. I'll be sending Instagram DMs to strangers saying things like, hey honey, are you interested in a business opportunity? A few months go by and now I owe money to someone and my husband yells at me for being careless. I leave him out of spite and the only thing I have left is crippling debt and a few less followers on Instagram. Pretty dark, but also pretty accurate. They probably left her on red too, didn't they? Most likely. Oh, this is from Unique about being tone deaf. It says, how tone deaf can Huns be? Dude, Unique, I don't know if we're gonna run into this here, but Unique is like, they need to be fucking shut the fuck down right now. There's a subreddit for Unique, and I'm sure these pictures are all over that subreddit as well, but I've been seeing them all over Instagram of the whole like beauty has no color shit that the Unique Huns are doing. I'll be putting them on the screen here. Dude, it is so fucked up and they need to fucking stop. But anyway, let's get into this post.
2020 has been mentally, emotionally, and spiritually exhausting. For me, due to my work, it's not an option for me to not be on social media. It's taking a huge toll. I'm tired of the news, the movements, the causes. Let's just rest.
There are people in my life who feel the same way about this kind of stuff. They're like, I'm just not gonna watch the news anymore. I'm just not gonna blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not doing anything for anybody. It's really not. Yes, like mentally, emotionally, it has been exhausting. 2020 has been the most fucked up year of my life. I tell you what. And honestly, I can't wait for it to be over. I say my life like I'm the only one who feels this way. No, it's fucked with all of us, I think. This has taken a very big mental toll on me. And I know I'm not the only one. That all aside, there's only so much I can do and so much I can say until I'm like, well, yeah, Savannah, but you're being selfish. Jesus, cat! Anyway, because there are people in this world who need my voice and they need the rest of our voices. It's not doing any service at all to just be quiet. So despite how mentally exhausted I am sometimes, I'm not gonna shut up because like morally, ethically, like I cannot bring myself to be quiet, especially if I have a platform. Like if you're really in a bad place, do what's best for you, dude, but just remember that there are people who need our voices right now, and if you can do anything about it, just consider not turning shit off. We can put our problems and ourselves aside right now because there are other people who have way bigger problems that can only be solved by us helping. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, my husband sent me this yesterday and I died. Animal Crossing villagers and the MLMs they look like they would sell. And I tell you what, this is absolutely perfect. The pure romance one had me howling. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But yeah, this was cross-posted from the Animal Crossing subreddit. So I'm glad it made its way up to the top here too. Oh good, Primerica. My last remaining Trump supporting friend. Of course it's legit. It's got America in it. Oh no!
Are your parents by any chance interested in a new life insurance policy? Or a free financial needs analysis?
Are you trying to sell me insurance?
I work from home. Or if you want it, term life.
Did you join an MLM?
Yes, lol, how do you know what that is?
They're pyramid schemes, dipshit.
So?
Because that pitch is classic MLM format. That type of job is a scam.
Well, I'm not recruiting anybody. I'm a world-class financier. Quickest newcomer to get licensed the firm has ever had.
It's a scam.
I am a life producer. It is?
They are scamming you. Yes, what's the company?
Primerica. I'm not buying stuff though. The only downside is the higher ups get override on my income. Primerica is legit though it has America in it.
You can put America in anything, and in my opinion it kind of makes it a little less legit, but regardless, Primerica is a scam in the way that, so obviously you don't have to buy anything, like any of their products to get in because their products are just like life insurance policies and stuff, but they do make you pay to get certified, which is like $200 or something like that. And from what I hear, there are people who are like, yeah, I went in to work for Primerica and I just sat on the phones making cold calls all day, and I only got paid based on what I sold. So like people would be like, I went in for 8 hours and didn't sell a single thing, I didn't get paid shit. That's not a job, you know? Because Primerica isn't paying you hourly for the time you're spending cold calling people. They're only paying you if those cold calls are successful, aka commission. And I know I really need to look into Primerica like on a deep dive scale, because so many of you guys ask about it, and I know Primerica and then like World Financial Group and stuff, like those kind of MLMs, a lot of people don't realize what they are. When I was with Lime Life and I had a friend who was with Beachbody, we both went to a Primerica meeting together, and I don't know if she knew, but I sure as shit did not know what I was getting into. I didn't realize that Primerica was also an MLM because it was so different from what I was doing. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's on my list of things to do, but it's just there's so much when it comes to Primerica that I don't know how to talk about it and like put it into video form, you know? Refinery 29 article about how MLMs ruin friendships, link in the comments. Multi-level marketing schemes are the friendship ruiner you didn't see coming. Use this time to do the personal development you've always wanted to do. These are the words not of my therapist, but of my childhood friend, who is on Facebook Live from her bathroom in Ibiza, explaining why we should think positively to get through the pandemic. Oh yeah, because that will fucking heal everybody. That will cure, yeah. All we had to do is think positively this whole time, guys, and COVID wouldn't have even been a thing. On the surface, it makes sense. A negative attitude isn't much help in any scenario, but staying on the stream a couple of minutes longer reveals her true intent. I'm not saying if you've got a business, it's not going to be horrendously stressful, she begins, and I sigh. She's trying to covertly recruit viewers into her multi-level marketing scheme, which sells everything from liquid fat burners to weight loss coffee and skincare products. Dude, so she's with It Works then? Is that what you're saying? I'll link the article in the description too, just so you guys can read this if you want to. Oh, I do want to say though, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it, but in every single one of my video descriptions, I link an article to, is it a Vice article? I think. I don't know, but it's like how to get a friend out of an MLM is what I titled it in my description. So I get a lot of DMs and stuff of people asking for advice, like, oh, my friend just joined this, well, what do I do? Like, what can I say? And I always say, go to this article. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you're like, shit, my friend just joined, blah, 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 what do I do? In my description, there's always a link there for you. I'll read the rest of this article, and maybe this will be another good one, a good resource to have in my descriptions. But the one I have linked, they interview a cult deprogrammer, and they give like actual advice on how to get people out of MLMs using the same techniques that cult deprogrammers use. So that's really interesting to me too, is that, you know, every time we're always saying like MLMs are cults, and we always get argued back with like, you don't even know what a cult is. It's like, well, I mean, cult deprogrammers themselves draw a lot of conclusions and similarities, and there's a reason for it. It's because they're very similar. Oh my god. This one's just called, oh sorry, did I touch a nerve? That's beautiful. It is a sad and unfortunate reality. I mean, really though, you could also replace like the multi-level marketing companies with the uplines, you know, the national executive directors or whatever the fuck, I don't even know. DoTERRA! Did we talk about this one last week? I don't remember, but this one is a DoTERRA one.
Just imagine, if someone would have knelt beside George Floyd and said this. How different it would all be.
Consider removing this post. This image combined with a hashtag could be interpreted as you using the tragedy to promote your business. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, seriously. This definitely is one of the most tone-deaf ones I've seen. There's also another one from DoTERRA that's floating around that's like, we should never take being able to breathe for granted, or something like that. And then they're like, this is our oil blend that will teach you to remember how to breathe, or some dumb shit like that. I'm like, dude, can you be any more tone-deaf? It's just so infuriating. If someone knelt beside George Floyd while he had a fucking knee on his neck for 9 fucking minutes straight, if someone said, hey George, just breathe. You don't think he was fucking trying to do that in the first place? Like, holy fucking shit, dude. You try having a knee on your neck and tell me how easy it is to remember how to breathe. It's not even a matter of remembering how. It's like physically not being able to breathe. It's not like he just forgot. I'm getting mad. I need to go. Sorry, like, I don't even mean to laugh at that. It's just like, the stupidity, it's unreal. Maybe I'm too skeptical, but this seems staged.
In case you're wondering, it takes also about 5 minutes to clean this makeup off of toilets.
My daughter got a lot of coverage for the small amount of product she actually used.
A kid didn't do this. Because if a kid did this, it would be a lot less like precise. Like, look at the toilet seat. If a kid did this, there would be handprints all over like the base of the toilet, probably all over the floor. I mean, I have no doubt that maybe her kid got into makeup. Sparrow has gotten into my makeup a million times. She doesn't so much anymore because she knows better. But when she was like a baby, she got into my makeup all the time. And yeah, it was a mess. My makeup palettes, yeah, they did look like that. But whatever she got my makeup on did not look like that toilet. It's basically what I'm trying to say. So is what she's trying to say is like, oh my God, it takes 5 minutes to clean up this mess. That's like, is she saying that's too long because their makeup is so good it just stays on anything you put it on? Because I call bullshit. It also depends on what you're trying to clean it with, dude. Literally, like any bathroom cleaner would just get rid of that shit real fast. I don't know. I call bullshit. Oh, good, Herbalife. I'm pretty sure a Harvard student hasn't had this kind of breakfast in like ever. Ew, what is that? Aloe concentrate? That sounds gross. Can we not put Herbalife in wine glasses, please? Because you're giving them a bad name. Like, this is disrespectful to wine glasses. I'm wearing a shirt that says winosaur. I like wine. Poorly drawn line sums up MLM Huns pretty... What the fuck is that word? Succinctly?
Succinctly.
Hello, I was born and raised in America and I can't speak English and I don't know what words are.
Follow me to wealth and riches.
You don't have either of those things.
They're on to you. Time to turn on the charm. Then go to hell.
This is ad hominem, right? Where it's like someone challenges you with an argument and instead of focusing on the words that they're saying in their argument, you just attack them personally. Is that what ad hominem is? Or there's another one, I don't remember what it is, of an argument or reaction directed against the person rather than the position they're maintaining. Yeah, okay, that sounds right. Oh, logical fallacy was the other one I was thinking of, but I guess they're both kind of similar, huh? It's so fucking dumb how often we see this. Anytime you argue any of this with one of these people, if someone makes a pro MLM post and you would go and comment and go like, hey, like this is a predatory business model, or you know, no matter how many like facts you link or articles or income disclosure statements or whatever, they'll always respond with, I'm sorry you had a bad experience. It's like, well, first of all, you don't know what my experience is with MLMs, and second of all, my bad experience, if I've had it, lines up with about 99% of other people who also joined your MLM, so it's just irrelevant. It's an irrelevant argument. They're trying to make it about like, well, you had this experience but other people don't. Well, you're right, there are some people who do not have that experience, but the vast majority do. So I don't know, sorry, that's just stupid. My friend from high school knows what's up, breaking the trend of never left their hometown pyramid scheme people. Anyone know anywhere that's hiring that would allow me to work from home? I'm talking actual jobs, not pyramid schemes. Well, there were 4 comments on it, but I'm sure a lot of them were like, I'm not in an MLM. Or like, hey hun, I'm with a company called It Works. Well, actually, no, okay. They wouldn't say that, first of all, because these companies don't like to put their names out there. Like these people that are promoting, it takes a lot of work to get them to tell you what company they're with. But anyway, let's just say, for example, she's with It Works and she goes, it's not a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes are illegal. It's like, okay, that is the classic Hun argument, and that is what they all say. But that doesn't mean they're not pyramid schemes anyway. Just because pyramid schemes are illegal does not mean that your company is not a pyramid scheme. They just haven't been caught yet. And they will be, because the FTC is going fucking crazy. Also, the FTC sent out more warning letters. I don't know if I mentioned that here yet. I've been wanting to make a video reviewing them. I just keep forgetting. So, but anyway, this is one that's been floating around for a long time. Like, I feel like was sent to me a long time ago, but we can go over it again just in case someone's new and hasn't seen it yet. Hey, I know we haven't talked much since high school, is what this is called.
Hey, I know we haven't talked that much since high school, but I wanted to let you know about an exciting opportunity. It's called It Works. Lots of people call it a pyramid scheme, but it's an exciting opportunity for financial independence that gives you the tools to succeed from the comfort of your own home. Call me or text me or DM me to learn more about It Works.
It's pretty good. Like, whoever made this, it's very, very good. But yeah, this one's old. It's been circulating for a while. Oh, this is from Monet. You can stop looking. This is the absolute worst Monet post of all time. Oh no!
After a few weeks of starting Monet, my head started to itch like crazy. My first thought was, fish and chips. Good, I have lice. Working at a school we can get it pretty easy. Well, I have a phobia about lice anyway, and I am always getting my head checked when I have the littlest itch. And 10 times out of 10 I don't have it. I just thought about it, and that makes my head itch, and I scratch my head so much it makes it raw. Well, this time with all the itching going on I knew this was it, the big one. The dreaded news I have been waiting for. I was at my doctor's office for an appointment and I had the nurse check me and she looked at me funny after she checked it and said, "You don't have bugs but you have loads of tiny hairs sprouting all over your head and that is what is making you itch." I was shocked and excited, and so happy I did not have lice.
I don't... Dude, these Monate Huns, they're dense as a potato. I saw a video on Instagram, I think yesterday, that was like absolutely infuriating. I've been trying to put together another Hun science video because there's just so many of them out there right now, and I wanted to include it, so I'm not gonna post it here now. But it was like this Monate Hun. She looked like she was a hairstylist because she had also another market partner with Monate, had her head back in a sink, you know, like that. And her scalp was bright red and itchy and flaky and crazy. Literally, she said that her hair started doing that after she used Monate. And then she tried to say like, oh, this is just the detox period. I'm like, no, that is not, like, her scalp was bright red. It's so awful. But anyway, we'll probably review that another time, but oh, they're so delusional. Ooh, lip sense. Now, I don't wear lipstick, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to burn.
You guys, I bought lip sense and it burns like a motherfucker when you put it on, but that shit is so good. I'm so happy with it. No matter what I eat or drink, it doesn't come off. I am amazed. I've
heard this about lip sense. If anyone has any unused lip sense, can you please send it to me, because I am dying to try it. Because you hear it all the time, it's like, it burns. And it's like, yeah, no, there's no way, it's not supposed to burn. I've never used a lipstick that burns. Like, I've used lip glosses that are supposed to plump, but they don't burn, they just like tingle and they make your lips feel kind of cold. Like if you were to put peppermint oil on them or something. But yeah, no, it's not supposed to like hurt. Absolutely insane. Going through a divorce and literally the worst time in my life, and this is what pops up in my DMs. They have zero shame.
No, I don't have kids. I do have a 2-year-old dog, so I'm a cool dog mom. But like you, I just got out of a toxic relationship. It should have ended years before, but I truly do believe that everything has its time and place in the universe. I love that you are all about manifesting, taking the time to pour into yourself so that you may grow into a better individual, friend, and mama. I see you focusing and taking control of your health, and I adore that about you. When most people want to give up, not saying days are hard, but you find the strength and courage to show up for yourself day after day, and that, my friend, is so powerful. This is somewhat random, but I'm currently building a health and wellness business with Arbonne International, and I truly believe you would be incredible. Have you heard of Arbonne or the opportunity before?
This is somewhat random. No, there's nothing random about this at all. Like, this chick had this in her mind right before she messaged her exactly what she was going to do. It's just really gross. The Huns using other people's tragedies to sell their products, it's like... I just really wish they'd fucking stop. Anyway, guys, we are going to end it here, but first, let's thank my patrons. Before I read the patrons' names here, one of my patrons, Realfly Realize, reached out to me recently and said, why aren't you, reading my name anymore? And it was because her card got declined and she had to change it around. But for some reason, Patreon took her name out of my list of patrons. So first of all, Realfly Realize, here's a very special thank you to you. She ended up even upping her patronage, but when I'm looking at the list right here, she's still not on it because her last payment got declined, even though next month it's probably going to go through again. Anyway, I just want to say, if there are any patrons that may have changed their card information or something, Patreon probably won't put you on this list until the next transaction goes through, is what I'm gathering, and I have really no way of filtering out the people who are still active, whose cards aren't getting declined. And you guys know what I'm trying to say, so if there's any of you guys who are not hearing your name when you should actively be, maybe just wait until this next month, because everything rolls over at the first of the month. So hopefully once that payment goes through, Patreon should put you back in my active patron list. I don't know why it does it this way, and I don't know how to change it. Like, there are filters, but there's no way to tell me if these people like are actually active or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, are actually planning on paying Patreon this month. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. I'm not purposely not reading your name. Patreon is just, I guess, when cards get declined or something is not right, it gets confused until the next month. So anyway, the biggest thank you in the world goes to Unknown System Error, MK, Michelle Matthews, Irene Nordide, Amanda McMahon, Corey Allison, Karina Winman, Maria Burchett, Molly Wasilewski, Whitney Gregory, Katrina Rosemerick, Elizabeth Wyatt, Clark, Kimberly Taylor, Whitney James, Sarah Hennemuth, Jackie Waple, Daniel Urena, Jenny Ruby, Oren, April Lindblom, Bobby, Ashley Nichols, Tuesday the 13th, Justin Kelsey, E. Higgins, Mere Family of 7, Savannah Krakowskis, Maddie, Brianna Coulter, Boris Geller, Rachel McHenry, Desiree Lopez, Molly Bresson, Vandis Closet, Kim Cartwright, JP Eugenio Schaefer, Maddie Darley, and Kelly Creffield, and to the rest of my wonderful, fabulous patrons. Also, for some reason, yeah, I'm confused at Patreon these days because there are some people in here who are like at one tier, but it says they're at another. I don't know. Hopefully things will fix themselves eventually, maybe with this next month. Patreon just seems to be a little confused these days. But anyway, even if you're not a patron of me, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. And hey, if you're here, little personal update in my life. I've kind of got some medical stuff going on right now. I'm fine, don't worry. But I'm probably going to go down to 2 videos a week instead of 3. I mean, I say that now, but sometimes I can be a workaholic and I just might end up just pumping them out like usual. But I don't know, it's kind of, things are very up in the air with me right now. Like some days I feel like I can do things and other days I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna go with the flow, but I promise you guys I'm still gonna get content out. It just might not be as much as I've been doing in the past few months, just because of what's going on in my personal life and my health and stuff. But don't worry about me, I'm fine. It's just I'm not terminally ill or anything. You know, just some things are going on. So spending a lot of time in bed and stuff these days. So, but you know what? It's okay. And I don't think I have much else to update you guys on. So keep making waves, babes. And I will smell you guys later. Mommy Tsunami out.